What's up, guys? Welcome back to another special edition of Martial Arts Monday Reviews, where in the month of October, we are mashing up martial arts and horror. And this was kind of an interesting one. Interesting, disappointing, illuminating, all in one. Let me explain. So I got this Spirited Killer set trilogy, and it says, as you can see, Pana, Ritikrai, and Tony Jaa. And some of those same films are in this 7-movie Kung Fu and Zombie set. And these are both from Mill Creek, and they both talk about, or say some of these are in Taiwanese with English subtitles. And I did throw the second one in. They're speaking Thai. I think Mill Creek messed up and they meant Thai. I don't think there's any connection to Taiwan at all. It's a Thai production company made by Thai filmmakers in the Thai language, filmed obviously in the forests of Thailand. So I think that's just a mistake that Mill Creek made. Speaking of Mill Creek, you know, the quality can vary. But I did watch a little bit of the second one on that compilation. On this compilation, I watched Spirited Killer. And the quality is a little wonky, but it kind of reminds you of like an old school drive-in movie anyway. So I really didn't mind it. There were some crazy things that they did with filters where suddenly it would look like they were using a red filter for random reasons. It wasn't connected to the plot or anything. And just as a way of warning, Tony Jaa's only in the first one, okay? This is essentially a Pana Ritikrai vehicle. And this guy, he's almost like a pioneer of Thai horror and martial arts films. He was a stuntman who formed a stunt team in college. Without him, you know, just the way that Roger Corman shepherded in the careers of so many people, but without him, we wouldn't have Tony Jaa. So in this film, Spirited Killer, which by the way goes under many other names, it's apparently actually the fourth, I think, no, that's the second one. I'm getting mixed up. Never mind. Because the second one is actually the fourth movie in a whole different series, and it was filmed before this one. So anyway, let's stick to this one for today. It's very confusing. And it doesn't matter, because these plots are just insane. But this guy made over 50 B movies in Thailand before Tony Jaa's debut in this film. And he has a supporting role in this. I would say he's in about 30 to 40% of the fight scenes, less than half. Having said that, some of the other martial artists are very accomplished, and the plot is goofy. You have this guy who claims to be like some kind of a shaman, giving people in the beginning a magical elixir. They're forking over a lot of money, and a couple of them start dying, so you think maybe this guy's a fraud. So then they chase after him, and no, he's not really a fraud. He really is a shaman. At one point, somebody dives in a river, because he then starts chasing them, because he starts killing them. At one point, somebody dives in a river and swims across, and on the other side, he's already there soaking wet. So it's like, how did that happen? And then he kind of fades into the background, and he resurrects this unstoppable warrior, and I believe that guy is played by Pana Ritikrai, who sadly is no longer with us. He was born in 1961, but passed away in 2014, sadly. And he basically begins attacking these villagers, and then you also have, and apparently this is a plot device they've used in many of these other films, you also have some foreigners from China and Japan coming to the village to look for relics. And the village chief and his lovely daughter are wanting everyone to be on their best behavior, but now they have to fend off. And there's also bandits on the loose. All of these people get into conflicts with this unstoppable warrior, and there's a lot of very goofy comedy. There's one mute character who, the way he tries to communicate is a little cringy. I don't think you'd see a character like that in modern times. You know, the village chief's daughter is in a boat on the river, and all of a sudden she starts singing, and a music video breaks out. Okay, fine. You know, it's that kind of movie. So turn your brain off if you want to watch this. Have fun. I will say, like I said, the choreography is very good. One thing, though, they're using machetes. So if they're going to go into like a black comedy horror direction, then I would have liked to seen a little more action with the machetes. A lot of people will sustain injuries that seem very light for getting whacked with a machete. You know, there's no severed limbs or anything like that. It looks like they just had budget for some decent-looking blood. Nothing gets chopped off, whereas if you go on IMDb and you look up the sequel, the thumbnail is a headless body. So I don't know if they got away from that for this one or not. But if you're going to go in that direction, what I'm saying is just go in that direction. Embrace it. But the fight scenes are still pretty good. Kind of a goofy, fun movie. Throw on. The plot doesn't matter at all. And I am kind of interested to check out more Pana Rittikrai movies, but just be warned, these are not really so much Tony Jaa vehicles, at least the 3 movies on here. And this compilation here has the same 2 sequels, which apparently the second one was filmed before this one, so it's not even really a sequel. They just renamed a lot of these films, as they did in Asia. So there you go, guys. Well, hopefully I can come back and redeem the martial arts horror mashup movies with Mr. Vampire before the end of the month. Let me know what your thoughts are, as always, and I'll check you guys out next time. Thanks.